Hello and welcome to Cutting Words. I'm Brad Thompson, and wow, there is a lot of news dropping from the Content Creator Summit. If you weren't aware, there was a summit held at Wizards of the Coast HQ, where they invited a selection of content creators to come on down to their headquarters, as well as have some call in digitally to get a sneak peek at some upcoming products, what they're working on at Wizards behind the scenes, and ask some questions with the team, as well as get some hands-on time with the virtual tabletop. I've been scrolling through Twitter, checking out the comments and posts, what's happening there, what news has dropped from the content creators at the summit. Big shout out to Ted from Nerd Immersion, who got a lot of these facts from his tweets. And wow, there's some big news here coming out from the D&D studio. Unfortunately, I don't believe anyone from New Zealand was invited to the summit. I think there's a few international guests, I think most from the UK, but hopefully I believe they're planning on expanding it future summits, content creator summits. So fingers crossed we'll get some representation from Aotearoa. Alright, so the news, so let's get into it. Oh, because there's a lot of it. So, D&D.wizards.com is going to be shut down and completely replaced by DNDBeyond.com. So, which the writing was all for the old D&D.wizards.com website for some time. So they've confirmed they're going to be doing away with that and just focusing on D&D Beyond. Makes sense since that acquisition. Currently in the works is a D&D Beyond online marketplace for creators and publishers, so you can publish and sell homebrew content on D&D Beyond, much akin to the DM's Guild currently, but beyond D&D Beyond, which is very exciting. It's definitely a feature I've been wanting for some time, so I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully they have good separation there, because DM's Guild can be very messy with amount of stuff on there, so hopefully a lot of good filters there for that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that potential opportunity there, the D&D Beyond marketplace. Less of a walled garden then. Let's see, the content creators got to play with the new VTT, currently only being playtested by WotC staff and friends, but next up we'll be opening it up to influencers to playtest it, so fingers crossed. But also they'll be following that, they'll be opening it up to a select group of D&D Beyond subscribers. There may be a sign up process for that, so keep an eye out for that opportunity there to try out the VTT that they've been working on there. They released the agenda for the 2024 core rules, with the design goals on making it easier to navigate, easier for new players to find things, less barriers, easier to get to the fun. The new PHB, so the Player's Handbook, there teaches how to play before you make a character. This is because the original Player's Handbook did that, and what's breaking away from things that are just legacy. A focus on making characters quickly, including an array of each PHB class. Want to make a wizard? Here's a stat array for that. A full rule glossary in the back of the PHB. New Arcana, so new playtest material coming out in just a few weeks. Man, I didn't really catch up with my video making. I'm falling behind here. More content keeps dropping. Oh no. Alright, so in a few weeks time we're going to get all 6 remaining classes finally coming out there to look at. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they've done to these 6 remaining classes for One D&D, or is it? So we'll get to that in a sec. So the PHB will have entirely new art as well for the whole book. Fresh art, not reusing anything. Now, 1D&D is no more. No more 1D&D, that's gone. They got rid of that. It's not going to be called 6th edition or 5.5e. No, they're going for a revision to 5th edition for the 2024 release. So I guess 5e revised. I'm not 100% sure on what the final name is there, but the 1D&D terminology is done away with. They're not doing that anymore. That didn't take very long. When was 1D&D announced again? Yeah, they really dropped that quick. Good. I don't like the name anyway. I guess let me listen to people's feedback. Alright, 2024 revision to 5th edition is going to be compatible with other 5e products. So sticking with that, sticking to the guns there. Any term conversions will be included in the 2024 rulebooks. Xanathar, Tasha get special treatment there for the conversion. Make sure that all lines up nicely. You can make a character with a 2014 Player's Handbook using Xanathar's, Tasha's, and still play at a table of the 2024 Player's Handbook. At least that's the goal, right? Retired rules for the PHP 2014 will be referenced in the glossary of the PHP 2024. So that's interesting. They have a lot of backwards glossary terms and references in the new Player's Handbook. They want no external conversion documents you have to look up. Make it easier to reference and transition. Let's see how they fit that in with all the page and word count. But cool, all for it. 2024 Player's Handbook overview still be longer than the 2014 version. 32 to 64 pages longer. They have 12 classes, 48 subclasses, and 9 species. Got new backgrounds, feats, spells, equipment, and weapons. And some of Tasha's and Xanathar's will be in the 2024 Player's Handbook, and things left out will be combined into a future book. Wizard and Cleric will only have 4 subclasses in the 2024 Player's Handbook, as opposed to 8 for Wizard, some ridiculous number of Clerics. Can't remember off my head there, but yeah, so it's going to be cut right down to 4. But it'll still be backwards compatible with the 2014 Player's Handbook, and no doubt the rest of those missing Wizard subclasses and Cleric subclasses will appear in future books. Buy my book. They are working to add representation for all cultures to all classes, breaking the stereotype of things like the monk being inspired by Asian themes. So key points will be changed to spirit points, so renaming that. Also adding more non-European representation to the other classes as well. The 9 species confirmed for the 2024 Player's Handbook are the human, dwarf, dragonborn, halfling, elf, gnome, Goliath, orc, and tiefling. No half-orc or half-elf confirmed. They've not been comfortable with the species race. They've started with the half for a while. They will exist in 2014 Player's Handbook and in D&D Beyond still, but that is it. They will not be published going forward. I mean, Halfling still has half in the front of it, but I think I know what they mean there. It's a shame. I did like those races. I can understand where they're coming from too. Alright. Big weapon update. Will be in the next UA coming, so we've got a little sneak peek at that. So basically they've got a new weapons table here. There's a new column called Mastery. Simple martial weapons still exist. The Barbarian, Fighter, and Monk get a brand new feature called Weapon Mastery, which is listed as different mastery types, which is Slow, Nick, Push, Puncture, Sap, Flex, Cleave, Graze, and Topple. Special properties that require you to have a class feature to unlock, apparently. This will make more sense, I assume, once we see the class in the UA coming out in a few weeks' time. But if the fighter gets a dagger and focuses training on the dagger, they get the Nick property. Alright. So Club Mastery is slow, get reduced the speed by 10 feet. Great Club gets push, which is knockback 10 feet. Cleave property allows you to keep going. Flex property is versatile damage with one hand. Graze, you have a baseline damage you're always doing, even if you miss. Puncture property, advantage on next attack roll against the target. Yes, that would work with sneak attack. Short swords are martial weapons again. And tridents do 1d8 damage. Woohoo! Musket and pistols are on the list now as well as martial weapons. Apparently light weapon property has been adjusted to go back to being a bonus action, but the Nick Mastery allows you to make the attack and still have a bonus action, so that would be preserved for those classes. Fighter should interact with Mastery system the most. The fighter can move Mastery properties from one weapon to another. Fighter later on can assign 2 Mastery points to a weapon and can choose which feature to use when they hit. More core identity for Sorcerer and Warlock also coming for the 2024 in the next Unearthed Arcana. So no core functionality that unifies them at low level. Sorcerers, innate magic being unifying feature. All sorcerers will have the Chaos Bolt spell for free. Woohoo, you know, that spell gets used so often. Such a good spell. Oh well. Warlocks will have a baby pact at low levels, so they can do their own things by making it part of the level 1. So Pact of Chain, Tome, and Blade at level 1, and essentially choose your spellcasting ability modifier. So apparently Warlocks aren't locked to Charisma. You can go by Wisdom Intelligence as well. So Warlock's going to be a flexible class, which I guess we've inundated with Charisma classes, so I guess making Warlock, breaking away from that, kind of makes sense, I suppose. Anyway, we just see once we see the full class. Great, built-in spells, a Warlock will just get Eldritch Blast. Built in with the Eldritch spells. Let's get them. Class-specific spell lists are coming back. Still have the 3 spell lists there, the Arcane, the Primal, and the Divine. But we have specific spells locked into certain classes. For example, Fine Steed for the Paladin. As people complained that clerics could get Fine Steed. Didn't like that. So limited it back to Paladin. Because Paladins needed the help. That's for sure. They're very good. Anyway, but I do like the past spells back. Thank you very much. Hopefully they'll fix some issues what they've done there. Bard. Poor Bard. Anyway. Better encounter building rules coming in the 24 revisions as well as the new monsters, close to 500 monsters in the new monster manual. The largest monster manual D&D has ever had, apparently, with almost all new art. Almost. More CR monsters and more NPCs. More high CR creatures like CR 20+, ooze, fae, and elementals. More apex monsters for things other than fiends, dragons, etc. Jetless Cube will be found under G now, listed under letter G as opposed to the letter O for ooze. The main goals for the new DMG is what's in the DMG, how do I find it in the DMG, how do I use the DMG other than magic items. They address these issues, make it useful and a valuable resource, a better reference guide, and to answer good questions DMs have, like how do I handle burnout, what if a player can't make it, etc. Apparently there'll be pricing for magic items coming in 2024. Finally. In addition to more options for spending gold, like the new Bastion system. So, you know, players can, you know, build a house or run their home base, that sort of thing. Also, all the books will have larger typeface. I don't know who requested this larger typeface, but great. I guess that means they need to write less. Is it they used to do the cheat in exams or something? Get more mileage by making your words bigger? I don't know. Sure, apparently it's the thing that's happening. Also, the Planescape will be a box set. Much akin to the Spelljammer box set. There's will be 2 versions of it. And it will contain the 3 books, a 96-page Gazetteer, a 96-page Adventure, and a 68-page Bestiary. And that is all the highlights of the products showcase talked about in the Content Creator Summit. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting my eyes on this Unearthed Arcana coming out in a few weeks, apparently. A few weeks, oh my goodness. So, yeah, stay tuned for more news from the Creator Content Summit as it comes out. I'll try and report it as I catch the bits from the people who attended, as well as, well, apparently we've got Unearthed Arcana coming out very soon. So I look forward to covering that as well. Make sure you don't miss it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, Cutting Words. I'm Brad Thompson. Thanks for watching. Catch you around. See ya.